Hey guys, OneFit Bruja here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to use your crystals and incorporate them into your exercise routine. I apologize for looking a little drab, but this is realistic. I mean, this is what I wake up and look like when I go to work out. I'm not all schmancy with a shit ton of makeup on, so yeah, sorry. No glam right now, but the crystals will be the most fabulous part. So stick around. Alright guys, so we're going to be working with some Smoky Quarts, and one of my favorites is Hematite. I love this stone. It's grounding, it relieves your stress, and it promotes strength. And when I weight train, I need that strength. So I don't know about you, but this is like one of the best ones for me to keep on me. If you notice that it's kind of big, so you're like, where are you going to put this? So, I mean, obviously I'm not going to hold on to it the whole time, or else I'm not going to be able to lift my weights. The Smoky Quarts is smaller, so that one is probably going to go right here into this little pouch. I like looking for pants that have like a zipper pouch or pouches like these, because then you can just tuck them right in there. And then you have that energy on you the whole time you're working out, doing your thing, whatever you're training, whatever you need that strength for. And Smoky Quarts amplifies, I don't know why I put that away so quick. I guess I was just so eager to show you guys. I had a nifty pocket in my pants, but whatever. So anyways, Smoky Quarts, guys. This stone amplifies the energies around it. And it gets rid of all those negative energies that have been built up inside of you, and it also is emotionally healing. So I don't know about you, but I need a little extra drive sometimes when I'm working out, so I like to have this around me or in my pocket if I can have a little nifty pocket like I just showed you and I'm showing you again. So the hematite, though, I'm going to put this one in my sports bra. Today I'm working on my upper body, so I'm gonna put this on the left side. So right here where the padding comes in and out, I just tuck that right in there and try to move it towards the inner corner, so like if I'm jumping around doing a burpee or something, it's not gonna pop right out, you know what I mean? So there we go. So now it's in the center. Alright, so we're good. Alright guys, I thought I'd emphasize more on my workout. I told you I was doing upper body, so I'm going to break it down. I'm going to write down how many rounds, how many reps, etc. And if you guys want to follow along with that. And I do cardio, but it's not as much as I guess some girls would do. I used to do a shit ton of cardio when I was younger, and it was a big mistake. You're probably thinking, why the hell is cardio a big mistake? Well, if you're doing too much cardio and you're trying to build some muscle at the same time, it's kind of going to defeat the purpose a little bit. Surprisingly enough, you don't need to do that much cardio. You only really need to do about roughly 20 to 30 minutes, maybe a couple times, 3 times a week. That's it. If you're trying to do cardio, an excessive amount of cardio on the daily, and try and body build at the same time, strength train or whatever, something that's really intense that's already breaking down your muscle tissue, your body's going to go into this mode that's going to try and store as much fat as possible. So your problem areas are not really going to budge. Your body is smart. It knows that you're overtraining it. You don't need that much cardio. It's good for your heart. It's good for your lungs, period. You don't need to excessively do a large amount of cardio to slim down your body or get that supermodel look. What you really want to do is do toning exercises, so strength train or body weight exercises, and those are already going to get you into a mode at which your heart's going to be pumping really hard, you're going to be sweating a lot, you're already in that cardio burn mode. You don't need to do a shit ton of cardio right after you just got done lifting weights for 45 minutes to an hour, or however long you were doing that, and it was super intense on top of that. I'm just trying to save you some trouble right now, because when I was younger, I was that person who was, what do you call that, a cardio queen or whatever. You don't need to be doing that. It's not necessary. So we can get into the workout. I'm going to show you guys how to do these exercises properly. So if you want to do my workout, then feel free to. I will post all the exercises in a small snippet. I'll probably just write them all down by hand, and you guys can pause the video, write them down, or just keep it up and go through it too if you want to. Alright, with all that said, the only time I would suggest doing a little more cardio than, let's say, body weight training or weight training is when you are on the bigger side. So if you got a large amount of weight to lose, the elliptical, which is easy on your joints, may be your best friend for a little while until you can actually get a better full range of motion, your body's getting more stronger, it's acclimating to the process. And then get into the more difficult things like weight training or like plyometric movements, which are the high intensity like jump squats, burpees, jump lunges, things like that, that take more balance and core strength stability. So yeah, but even then you don't need to be doing a lot. So let's say 30 minutes is the max, maybe 3 to 4 times a week. You should still be trying to body weight train, just with not as, not as many ballistic movements that could hurt your joints or whatever. So you can still go through the motions of lunging or squatting or doing a chest press or something like that, something that's a little more lower impact, that's not gonna get your heart rate up too high, because you're not going to be using heavy weights, or maybe not even any weights at all if that's where you're starting out at. So you will have to do some sort of cardio to get your heart rate up to take down your fat percentage. I can do more videos like these if you guys are really interested in fitness and health. I mean, it was something I was interested in for many, many, many years of my life, and I've actually been a health coach. I've went to school to learn more about it. So if you're interested in these, give it a thumbs up, comment, and let me know if you want more information about, exercise science and all that jazz. Alrighty, I'm back. I gathered my 2 sets of weights that I'm going to be using. So I got 2 20s and 2 30-pound dumbbells here. You don't necessarily have to be using these. If you're kind of just starting out, I'd suggest a little bit lighter than these. Or if you've been doing this for a while and this day happens to be your day that you're building, heavier would probably be better. Right now I'm basically doing a maintenance because next week is my building day, and we can also go over that. So just leave comments if you want to see how that goes as well. And here's the actual workout broken down. So you're seeing some supersets here, and some people may not know what that is. So I'm going to explain that. A superset basically is, you see how I have the hammer curls and push-ups, and I have my little thing right here that says I'm going to be doing these back to back 3 times, and then I'm going to move on to the next exercise. So 12 reps, 10 reps, 12 reps, 10 reps, back to back until I complete 3 sets of those 2 exercises without rest in between, or very little rest in between. The only time I suggest resting would be right after you completed the push-ups. So you're going to be doing your hammer curls first, your 12 reps, and then go straight into the push-ups for those 10 reps, then rest 30 seconds to roughly a minute. I don't want to go any longer than that, because then your heart rate's going to start going down, and we don't want that, because honestly this workout here isn't going to be real intense. I would say it's about moderate, depending how fast you can get these done and how heavy you're lifting. If you're lifting heavier, then yeah, this is going to be a lot harder than what it is with the weights that I have here. Or depending on, your fitness level, it could be a lot harder for you than it is for me, but that's okay. We all have to start somewhere. So I have quite a few supersets, and the whole reason for supersets is you're loading up that muscle group. Like at the end here, I'm doing tricep and tricep back to back because I want to burn that muscle out. I want to get past that threshold of, you know, your triceps are going to be screaming coming towards the end, but you can't stop. You have to push past that because that's where you're going to see the progress. That's where growth happens. You have to get used to that feeling. Alrighty, so I hope I explained that thoroughly enough. I tried to write really good. I hope you guys can read it if you're trying to do this with me. If you can't, if you got questions on this and I didn't explain everything thoroughly enough, just put them in the comments or, you know, send me an email to my Gmail or something. I'm pretty sure I have it linked. Alright. My fan is blowing my page away. So I'm going to get into this and show you how all these exercises are done. Alright, so here I'm doing the bicep curls and we're going to be doing 12 reps. There I am looking at the camera trying to keep myself in check because sometimes I have a habit of trying to swing my body for momentum to curl it up, and you're not supposed to be doing that. You want to try and keep yourself as steady as possible and really feel the contraction in your bicep, which is the muscle that we are working. Unless the weight is too heavy, it is the only time that you should be trying to use your legs for momentum. Moving on to the chest press, we are doing 15 reps and I am using the 30-pound weights for this exercise. I'm using an exercise ball, but you do not have to. I decided to use this because I notice sometimes when I get tired, I like to rest my arms on the floor. And when you're doing that, you're disengaging the muscle group that you're trying to work. So this gives my arms some more leeway to not do that. Alright, moving on to the hammer curls. I love doing hammer curls. This switch on the weights, being on both ends like this, going straight up, really engages your bicep muscle a whole lot more, and it feels so much more strenuous, even though these are the same 20-pound weights I used for my regular bicep curls. And I'm going to be doing 12 reps again. As you can tell by the look on my face, the struggle is becoming real. Make sure your form is good on these. You do not want to sacrifice your form for reps. Going into push-ups right after the hammer curls, we're doing 10 reps. And we're going to bust those babies out as quick as we can. Make sure your body is in one straight line. Moving on to overhead tricep extensions. I could have actually gone a little bit heavier on this weight, but a 30-pound weight is the heaviest one I have for now. Just make sure your elbows are in line. Moving on to skull crushers. Now these can actually be pretty difficult, even if you are using a lighter weight. A lot of people tend to actually just strain their elbows when they do this, but we want to engage our tricep. We want our tricep to control this motion. Alright, so right after the skull crushers, we're going straight into the narrow-handed chest press. So we want to engage our triceps here and emphasize very little on the upper pec. So focus on squeezing those triceps. And we are going for a burnout of 15 reps here. Moving along onto the tricep kickback. You want to make sure your body is in a straight line and your head is facing forward. So find a spot on the wall or something and just stare at that the whole time. And make sure your triceps are extending back, that are controlling the motion, not your elbows. So we're going to go straight into the tricep dips, and we are going to be doing 20 reps here. And these are going to be our burnout for our triceps. As you can tell, towards the end, the struggle was real once again. And I actually had to use my leg to help me get up a little bit because my arms were burning out. Alright, so that's going to be it for my upper body workout. Since I did say this was more like a moderate kind of intensity for this workout, I'm going to be doing roughly 20 minutes of HIIT training today. So that's either going to be on the elliptical or I'm going to do some cardio kickboxing, which I love because that works all of your body. And I like working all of my body. So yeah, I only do that about 2 to 3 times a week because I don't feel like there's a need to do it an excessive amount. If you do these really intense cardio workouts for a long duration of time on the daily, pretty much, then your body's going to start storing fat, like I said earlier. And we don't want to store fat. That's why we're working out, because we don't want that, right? So yeah. And so I took my crystals out of my workout clothes, and you can get some moon water and kind of like put it on a cloth and then wipe them down, because you should have been sweating if you were doing that workout. If you weren't, then you probably weren't pushing hard enough. You know who you are. You can do better. Alright, so yeah, the hematite, I wouldn't recommend like dunking this into like a bowl of moon water or anything. I would suggest getting a cloth and maybe some soap if you want to. If you feel the need to, then wipe it down like that. You don't want it to get too wet. The Smoky Quarts, it doesn't matter so much. You can dunk that if you want. But yeah, that'll conclude today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, like and subscribe. Leave comments if you like these videos, or if you have any ideas for any content that you would like to see, or if I haven't answered all the above when I was going through the exercises and whatnot. If I wasn't too clear on that, then leave some comments down there and let me know. Alright guys, until next time, I will see all you lovely little brujitas later. Biddies, why?